This is a 2016 Giulietta 1.6 diesel with the TCT automatic transmission, and it was the cheapest one in the country, the cheapest auto actually in the country, with facelift or not. As you can see from the title, indeed I got scammed. The car has an undisclosed problem and I was left almost stranded about 30 minutes in the drive home, back home. It seems to produce a Christmas-like tree and loses half of the gears. Let's go for a drive and we will talk about the rest. So I bought this car to replace my very beloved Mito, the quadrifoglio version with the 170 brake horsepower, but we have a new member in our family, so we needed to get a 4-door or 5 that this is. Actually that would help with the loading of the kids, and of course it is more spacious. I got the diesel version to make some economy on the fuel, and I really wanted an automatic, which is much more easy to drive, especially in the city traffic. And as you can see, this one, when it operates, it seems to work very, very well. It shifts through all the gears and does everything properly. However, it gets a sudden, I don't know what to say, crash, and hell breaks out. All the lights go on, the transmission gets stuck in the even gears, so that is 2, 4 and 6, and you are left without 1, 5 and 3, but also without rear. So you understand that it makes the car quite unusable. Also, in my very last test drive, the transmission ordered the car to switch off, and it did while I was crossing rail tracks. So yeah, not the best thing. Hopefully no one was behind me, and I managed to roll back into a couple of parking spots that were there. What I've done so far, I've checked the wiring of the TCT transmission, cleaned many plugs, checked for continuity from the transmission to the TCU, which is located actually at the passenger footwell and not in the fender as many tend to think. And the very, very last thing I did was I removed the body control module, which also gives an error where all that happens, and you can check the video somewhere up there what I've done in the body control module, and if that will help. This is my very first drive. I did a couple of rounds just to get all the lights from the ABS and steering out, and this is the first normal ride, we could say. I just wanted to show that when the car works, it works. I have to stress out what was my mistake in the test drive I did, and that was I didn't wait for the car to heat up, which is drive it for 20-25 minutes, stop, switch off, switch on, and start again. The car was without a battery when I arrived, so they told me, you know, we had it on the chargers, so everything was reset. There were no errors except from the battery disconnection, of course. What I should have done is to make at least one cycle. I hope I don't get stranded here. At least one cycle with the key, so any error should have appeared. The car is very, very nice to drive. I really love it. As with all the Italian cars, it has a great feeling on the steering and of the pedals brakes. The TCT works very well. I didn't know it used a dry clutch until I bought this one and started looking out with the problem I had. So here I am back in my parking spot. I will make the test that I managed to reproduce the problem the last time, which is switch the car off while it's warm and switch the car back on. Let's give it a try. I won't even start the engine, so and key on. Press the brake. That's interesting. So it didn't do this time. Maybe what I did in the body control module had something to do with it. It's not that warm yet. I really have no idea. Check transmission is flashing. Gear unavailable. Let's take a quick look at the engine bay. So there, down there, is our bottle for the robot of the gearbox, and removing the battery gets everything very accessible. There is the pump drive control module. So this is the situation down here. This is the internal multi-sensor, temperature, position, etc. And as you can see, things are pretty oily there. Now this is the main gearbox connection, the main harness that goes to all the other parts. It definitely looks like it has oil on the pins. Let me take it apart and we will see it. Now look at this. Doesn't this seem soaked in oil? I will heat it up with a hair dryer and give it a try. Now I have cleaned the connectors. They do look much better here as well. I'm going to use also this one from Booth, although I really didn't like it. So all the hard work for nothing. Still check transmission. That's not good news. And I think I will end the video here. I have to take a deeper dive, I think, into the problem. Thank you all for watching and see you on the next one. Bye.